hit open mic. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing? Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey in
TV.
I was trying. Why'd I say in? Something, sometimes things just set you off on the wrong foot, and I
think it was probably what you did last night more than anything.
I didn't do anything last night. I was up at I had my hotel room. I had the hotel room. I had nothing going on. You had the party in your hotel room.
You weren't supposed to talk about that, but I do want to thank you for putting me up at the Swanky Hotel.
Well, I'm
glad. By the way, the $250 gas card as a stipend. It's getting so much better.
Get you halfway home.
You bet.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My name is Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for tuning in as my guest today. You may have been able to tell it's Len Wells. Welcome, Len. How y'all doing?
Good to see you, Bruce.
Good to see you.
Thank
you.
You're
wonderful to see you.
So they haven't banned me yet.
No.
Pretty amazing.
And he even, ladies and gentlemen, brought
a gift.
A nice gift of a lid.
It's a hat.
Let's get a.
This is not the ghetto. It's not a lid.
It's a lid.
It's a hat. But isn't it nice?
It is very nice. It is as nice a gift as I've received today.
When's the last time you had head lice? I think it's been laundered.
I must tell you, I don't believe I've ever had head lice.
Not that I know of either.
Well, I didn't ask if you had.
No, never.
You don't know that I've had it.
And that's a pre-owned hat, I think.
I'm guessing it is because this is a few years old.
It's been laundered, but it's a classic, isn't it?
It is a classic. It is it is what it is actually, ladies and gentlemen. It's a hat from an Illini night at St. Louis Cardinals baseball
Stadium. How about that? Well, it's collectible then.
It is a collectible.
Collection.
I will, and I've already got 2 or 3 of them, and
there's another.
And there's another one. So yeah, and actually I have one
covered up with.
I have one. I have one in my locker up at the shop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't bring it down because I didn't want it, since I knew I was coming on television. I didn't want it to affect my appearance and my hair. What's your excuse?
I have Audubon hair. Ought to have been on a dog's back.
Yeah. Let's tell everybody what's going on in and around the neighborhood on this beautiful.
This will be good.
Isn't this beautiful?
It's harvest weather.
September. Really, oh my goodness! Great
for your allergies.
Oh yeah, it's air that you can see as well as breathe.
You bet.
And what is going on today here on this Thursday, September 29th at 2 p.m. this afternoon?
We're talking Thursday afternoon. This afternoon,
Thursday afternoon.
Wow, what's going on, man?
The Salem Farmers Market will be open again. It's at the Brodey Memorial Park. Possibly.
Maters?
I bet you it's late for potatoes, don't you?
No, it'd be early for potatoes, but
really?
Getting late for maters.
Tomatoes.
I still got maters.
Do you still have tomatoes?
Yeah. I should have brought you some, but I
like the hat.
I could have filled.
I love the hat. I would love tomatoes too.
I could have put tomatoes in the hat, but I didn't think of that.
I got to tell you, I got some tomatoes last week that
they're great this year, aren't they?
The ones that were the ones
might have been fabulous.
There was a different varietal in there that was as sour as I'd ever had.
I don't like sour anything.
No, this was a sour tomato. You don't want sour tomatoes. No. It makes tangy ketchup, I guess.
I guess.
Every Thursday from 2 to 5 at Brodey Memorial Park, Pavilion number 1, until the end of next month. And so as long as the produce is good and the weather is good, so that'll be good.
How about
that? Wayne City Unit School District conducting a child find.
Oh, they're getting missing kids?
That's what I wondered when I read this. Do they have kids missing?
I don't think so. I think they're trying to find kids that are going to be entering the school system.
Kids from birth age to 5 years old.
Little teeny tiny babies.
Not yet enrolled. Oh, really?
Little teeny tiny babies.
They start them at birth.
No, they need to know. Yeah, well, they need to know how many is going to be coming into the system so they can prepare for it.
So this would be like kids into the system in 2020. Whatever. 4
years from now. 7. Preschool's 4 years old, right?
They will have screenings today and tomorrow at the Wayne City Baptist Church.
Glory!
And it'll be from 8:30 to 2:30 every day.
Who's bringing the message? Did it say?
Parents and guardians. Aticia Maxey
I know her.
TSIA Maxie.
Yeah, she used to work down at the plant.
Yeah, did she? Well, I'll give her a call at
Heavy drills.
895-0357. You know, that's the thing. Used to work down at the plant. It's been, how long has it been since the plant's
Probably
been
20
open?
years now, isn't it? It's been a long time.
Been quite some
Yeah,
time.
she worked in chuckers. Heavy drills, chuckers.
If you live in the Wayne City School District, do call today
Yes.
to make an appointment.
This is important. For
This
the
is
district.
important. The University of Illinois Extension College of Agricultural,
Sounds like.
Consumer, and Environmental Science. That's what ACES is.
I thought it was Mount Carmel.
No, ACES. Well, yeah, it is Mount Carmel, but there's a college up in Illinois at Champaign. People graduate from ACES, and I've
Agriculture,
never
what?
had any idea
What's it
what
stand
ACES
for?
meant.
It's not gambling?
That's what I thought. But, you know, my nephew graduated in it, and I
Play
just never
poker.
knew what it was.
Play
I
poker.
went to the graduation
And still don't know.
and still had no idea what ACES meant.
And it's an acronym for what?
Agricultural, Consumer, and Environmental Sciences. ACES.
Home ec.
Maybe so.
Well, he's a home ec major.
He graduated. That's what matters.
All accounts, man.
That's
He has a
exact-
degree.
He got a degree. Let's see. They want to help you find your healthier lifestyle
sure.
today. Join Illinois nutrition education programs for fun and free classes and learn simple ways to eat healthier, move more, and save money at the store.
Well, of course. That's a big deal right now.
Healthy Sense program classes will be held today and at the Feed My Sheep Kitchen.
That's there on Main Street in
200
Fairfield,
West
Illinois.
Main. 200 West Main.
Yeah.
You might want to register. If you want more information, give Jane Jones a call.
I would have never thought in a million years that any of these communities around the area would have a soup kitchen. I know. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. That's
Here
basically
we are.
what it is.
Here's where we are.
They've had
It's
it-
such a blessing that we got one.
Sure.
That's what I mean.
842-3702 or visit the website at blah, blah, blah. GoIllinois.edu.
How do you go blah, blah, blah? That's not the way you do that.
Huh?
You're not a broadcast professional, blah, blah, blah.
I am a broadcast.
Blah, blah, blah.com.
I am a broadcast
You're seasoned.
professional.
Yeah, you're seasoned last night, I'll tell you.
I still am a broadcast professional.
I know you are.
Some people are no longer.
Well, thank you kindly.
You're-
I don't know what that means, but
I
in
don't
Italy,
either.
is that bad?
I'm not even going to bring it up.
It probably is bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we do get thrown off the air, this is September 29th is also.
What?
You might have.
probably did.
Actually, I don't think you did this.
Have I celebrated this?
I don't think you did. I don't think you celebrate National Coffee Day, do you?
Oh, I had 2 cups this morning.
You had 2 cups.
2 cups
Did
this
you
morning.
celebrate while you were doing it?
I think I did.
Well, there you
had
go.
a shot of whiskey between the two.
Well, whether you're getting one to go or lingering over your second cup, September 29th is be sure to observe National Coffee Day.
I love coffee.
The perfect cup
You're
of
not a
joe.
coffee drinker, are you?
I'm not a coffee drinker, no.
How about your lovely bride? Sometimes?
She drinks coffee, yeah, I believe.
Oh, with the stuff you pour in there?
No, I do that too. After a big meal, I do enjoy, with my dessert, I
coffee.
will enjoy a cup of coffee. Yeah, after
It is good. If
after
you're in a fancy restaurant.
large meal in a fancy restaurant. Yeah,
Yes.
I will. It is a wonderful way to enjoy.
Speaking of fancy restaurants, that
company
reminds
and
me
meal.
of a story. You probably have heard that. Do you have time for a story?
I've always got time for a story.
Do you remember the late, my co-host, used to be co-host? Kirk Wallace.
Kirk Wallace, yes.
Kirk Wallace
I've switched your cameras, by the way.
Kirk Wallace was in, what's the fanciest restaurant in St. Louis? Tony's?
Tony's.
He was there at Tony's with his lovely bride, girlfriend, whatever. And the story he tells is he looked over and the table next to him was the poet laureate of the United States of America, Maya Angelou.
Really?
Maya was there.
I got to tell you, this is
It's a big deal.
I am astonished. This is a story that I've never heard.
You've never heard this story?
No, I've never heard.
He's told me this story many times.
I don't recall it.
So Maya Angelou, the poet laureate of the United States of America, is in Tony's, which is a fancy restaurant.
As fancy as it gets.
So Mr. Wallace,
$200 a plate.
oh yeah, so Mr. Wallace was there and noticed her, knew who she was, recognized her, and when Kirk finished his meal, he pushed away from the table and goes, "Hoo-wee, I'm stuffed." Hey, I'm stuffed.
Stuffed.
And Maya just... and he did it just to get a rise out of it. And I don't think it
At least
did.
he got a little reaction.
I'd hope so. Hey, I'm stuffed.
That's nice.
That was a funny story, right?
Like I said, well, I appreciate that.
We got more things going on.
Well, no, I was going to mention Finished Coffee Day. Many
coffee.
legendary accounts tell how coffee first came to be. However, the earliest credible evidence of either coffee drinking or knowledge of the coffee tree appears to be in the middle of the 1400s when the Sufi monasteries around Makha in Yemen.
I know where that is, yeah.
You know where Yemen is?
Been there a couple of times.
You have.
Yemeni cricket.
How long does caffeine in coffee stay in your body?
Probably longer than you'd like. Probably about 4 hours.
It'll remain in the body for up to 6 hours after consumption. While it may seem that its effects have worn off, a cup of coffee consumed at 5 p.m. can still cause difficulty falling asleep.
I never drink coffee afternoon.
Yeah, that a lot of other folks.
Have you ever had that civet coffee?
Civic coffee.
Civet with a T.
No.
Do you don't know what that is?
That's like fake coffee, right?
No. You've never heard that?
Nah. I don't drink coffee, so I don't pay attention.
Apparently, there's a civet is an animal, I do believe.
Okay.
Lives in the jungle, and it eats these coffee beans, and it passes the coffee beans, and then from those passed coffee beans, they make coffee. I am not making this up. Look that up on your
You are entirely making that up.
Look it up on your www deal during a break.
We'll do
It's
that.
supposed to be tastes really crappy.
We're still on that camera.
I did all that just to say
to the wrong camera.
That's okay. Civet, look it up.
Civet. This is also, well, how about that? This is also National, speaking of drinking coffee, National
Civet means animal.
VFW Day. I'll just move along.
Salute.
National VFW. This honors the men and women devoted to this valuable organization and those members who have served our nation. After which war did the veterans of foreign wars form?
Well, you would think World War I, but I think it's earlier than that, wasn't it?
It was earlier than that.
Was it when Teddy Roosevelt charged up San Juan Hill?
Yeah, it was the Spanish-American War.
So I was right.
See, I was trying to think, I read that, and I thought, well, I guess that makes sense. We didn't have too many foreign wars other than that one.
No,
you had
correct.
the Mexican War, and you had the War of 1812. There weren't all that many.
I love their
battles.
overture. They had a great soundtrack to that war, didn't they?
They did have a great, being able to put, it worked out really well that we were at war, so they could use the cannons.
Yes. But anyway, the Spanish-American War.
The Spanish-American War. That's
Goes back to them.
VFW was established actually on September 29th, 1899.
Wow, that's about long ago.
123 years ago, by a group of veterans from the Spanish-American War and the Philippine insurrection. It has since grown to be the nation's largest group of combat veterans.
My father was a lifetime member.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. My father-in-law is a member, I think. He didn't go to the.
He didn't hang out in the social quarters.
And my brother-in-law is a member, but he didn't go either. His wife goes. So they
good for her.
Both members of the auxiliary.
Cool. Very nice.
This is also, ladies and gentlemen, starts on Sunday of the last Sunday of fall, so we're still in it.
Last Sunday of fall.
The last Sunday of September, pardon me. The last Sunday of September is National Fall Foliage Week. Begins on the last Sunday of September. For many folks, it's their favorite time of the year. And I've got maps here that I'll show you. And
is this why the Fairfield has their fall foliage or fall paint out thing usually this time of year?
That might be part of it.
Could be. I just curious.
That might be part of it. So there you go. You have that. What else is going on, ladies and gentlemen? What do you want to see on television?
Be some good stuff.
What do you want to see on TV tonight? We'll be in Fairfield tonight. Tonight, as the Edwards County Fighting Lions, Lady Lions, take on the Fairfield Lady Mules in volleyball. That'll be at 6:15 right here on this channel.
I did see where the University of Southern Indiana. No, was it USI? Yeah, USI's volleyball team. They've lost 14 straight. I saw that last night on TV. They're 14-0. 0-14.
I did not know that.
USI volleyball. Go ahead, please.
That's a struggle.
It's a rebuilding year.
Major League Baseball tonight. The Phillies are at the Cubs. That's Ranger Suarez, a different Ranger from the one.
Oh, not the one that plays the harmonica.
He no longer plays.
No,
he's playing harp now. That'll be.
We think so.
I hope so.
We will. He is.
He's playing. That'll be on Marquee Channel 597. Ranger Suarez versus Javier Assad. The Cardinals are at the Brewers. Wait a minute. Is that right?
Are you right, Brady? Or did you type this up 2 or 3 days ago?
I typed it up yesterday, but I think I put on Wednesday's games rather than Thursday's games.
So you're talking about stuff that happened yesterday.
Yes.
Well, good job, Bruce. I thought you said you were a professional broadcaster.
I am a professional.
That's okay. It happens.
NFL football tonight. The Miami Dolphins are at the Cincinnati Bengals. And we can't even get that on TV. That's on Amazon.
Amazon.
You watch any of these games on Amazon?
No. Oh, absolutely not. But I did watch the 49ers at Denver game the other night.
That was terrible.
Terrible game.
Yeah, that was.
Everything was done within like 10 yards of the opposing
going
team.
backwards.
Yeah, everything was terrible. Terrible game.
NCAA football game tonight. There is a game. This one is right. The Utah State Aggies are at number 19, BYU.
Brigham Young?
I've quizzed you on this before. What is the mascot of Brigham Young University? It's on ESPN Channel 601.
I guess some guy running around in magic underwear. I don't know.
It's a cougar.
Oh, because of the old women that run the place?
I'm not sure exactly why. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I'll be back with Len Wells right after this. Do stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lemon Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lemons always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemonsonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Len Wells.
Hey!
Len Wells is here. We are going to talk about a bunch of stuff today, but I wanted to first, are you a big fall foliage guy?
Actually, I am.
With this being fall foliage week in the United States.
Well, as you know, we went from summer to fall just like that. I mean, we had like 98 degrees and then boom, here we are. I love it. It's my favorite time of the year. I love watching the leaves fall. I love watching the leaves change color. I love fall. I'm a fall freak.
Do you pay attention to when the leaves, and you've been living at the house you're in now for 6 years. I've been living in the house that I'm in now for 30.
Wow.
Almost 30.
Moved in there when you were 6?
I was very young, very, very young. And thank you very much
You're
for
welcome.
that. That's very kind. I do notice there's one or two particular trees.
Then there'll be a maple.
One of them's a maple, and one of them is I don't even know what it is.
Oh, that's that one you smoke from time to time. Oh, that's not a tree.
I should burn the darn thing down.
You probably should.
It's a pest. But there are two trees that I pay attention to that have basically the same drop date every year.
Really?
They don't have the same. Now they won't have the same turn date.
But they'll have the drop date.
They'll have a drop date, and it's
And
like
that's by temperature,
it's
I'm
like
sure.
it's raining.
Wow.
And no, these are basically seasonal. One of them is November 5th. Is the tree that I cannot identify because it's just so nasty and gnarly. And
Really?
But it drops every year on November 5th. And the other is the red maple in the
I
front
love
yard.
maples. But they also drop a lot of limbs, too. But I love maples. They're beautiful. Beautiful trees.
And it tends to drop about a week later. It'll tend to drop around November.
Wow. But no, I love fall. And they have apps that you can track when the color is moving from north to south.
Exactly
North to
right,
south.
which is why I brought this up, because here is the fall foliage prediction map.
Wow. It's still way north of us, isn't it?
Yes, this is actually for October 3rd.
Oh, that's Monday.
So this
That's
will be Monday. This coming Monday, that's what the fall foliage looks like.
So
No
according to that,
change where it says green there.
so according to that map, nothing's happening here yet.
Nothing's happening here yet. You've got some minimal above us, and then
So, man, if you're up in northeastern U.S., there's a lot of color up there already.
starting.
Yeah.
Move. See, now Vermont, they make a ton of money with like the fall foliage and
Sure
stuff
they
like
do.
that.
That
That's
and,
the tourism.
Yeah, that and
Here is
Maple Serpal.
Let's
don't forget Maple Serpal. Oh, that's
see.
a springtime thing. I'm sorry.
there's October 3rd. There is October 10th.
We're still. Oh, it's starting.
It is starting here, and we are starting to get a little change on October 10th. We move up to the 17th.
Ooh, very
We're
nice.
beginning to move quite a bit more. What I don't understand is why the Ozarks have their own little patch there that are ahead of everybody else.
I can't
Is that
explain.
an elevation thing?
I can't explain that. I really can't.
I don't know. This was
Maybe
what?
banjo music caused it.
That might be. This is the November 24th.
Ooh, I was going to say it'd be about over by then, wouldn't it?
No. Here we're just partial still. Not quite to near full.
Well, the old Farmer's Almanac said we'll get our first snow in October.
Oh, really?
Yes.
There is October
Well, that'd be peak there, wouldn't it?
31st, Halloween.
Would that be like
That
peak?
looks like peak. Yeah, near peak or peak.
You don't want it to be brown. That means everything's gone, right? For the
Yeah,
most part.
that's right. And here is November.
Wow.
The near peak or full.
Who made this map up besides you? I mean, is this
There was actually a website. I can't remember the.
Bob's pretty good fall
It was Joe
foliage,
Bob's.
Pretty good.
Pretty good
foliage map.
predictor.
Map.
Pretty good leaf predictor.
I like it. It's pretty cool.
So do you go on trips?
I used to. We used to go up to what's that county up there in Indiana? Brown County. I've gone to Brown County a few times. Drove around, and look at the pretty trees and leaves and get a cold drink, go to the house.
Well, that's not a bad way to spend an afternoon.
It's not. If you don't mind driving 4 hours to watch trees.
Well,
No, it's beautiful up there. If you've never gone,
I must tell you, I spent.
you spent 3 weeks there one afternoon, didn't you?
I was assigned yesterday afternoon to watch paint dry.
Did you now? how fun was that?
It was actually not that bad.
Well, depends on what you got. Did you have accessories?
Depends on the accessories.
Refreshments.
Yeah.
I'd watch paint dry if you had the right refreshments.
Oh, really?
I would, sure.
But yeah, I have been assigned to watch paint dry
Well, cool.
recently.
Wow. And or watching the.
You were talking about the plein air paint out. That's half of what that is.
That's going on right now, as we speak.
That
I
is
think
going
it
on.
Wraps up this Saturday, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
They have a big hootenanny and an award
we'll
winner
have
and
a
everything.
big thing Friday night, and then the.
Do you realize how they could
sale on Saturday.
condense this event down to like a half a day?
They did out in Edwards County.
They could then condense it down to an hour. if they use rollers.
They didn't do it to an hour.
They use rollers. I'm serious. I went to an event one time. Had this old man sitting there. This is like a carnival, like a fun fest deal, you know.
Yeah.
Guy sitting on a stool there, smoking a cigarette. Had a sign said face painting. He had a roller. And he didn't have any business. Nobody.
I'm shocked. I'm just astonished
Poor
by
guy.
it. So yeah, get out and enjoy the very pretty fall foliage.
Fabulous weather.
Watch for the tractors and for the combines.
Grain trucks too.
Grain trucks are all. By the way, have you noticed there aren't very many one-piece grain trucks anymore? They're all semis and tractors
for the most part.
Tractors and trailers.
For the most part, because they can haul more.
They can haul more. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We're going to come back. You got something going on next week that you were going to...
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
We'll be back
getting
right
that one test to see how it comes back. We'll see.
I thought they could tell by the breakouts. I didn't know they had to test anymore. We'll be back right after this.
At Midwest Farm and Land, we've got a team of dedicated land, home, and commercial experts ready to help.
We understand that buying or selling a property can be extremely stressful. Let our folks take care of you and help you find your perfect piece of property.
Whether it's recreational or hunting land, farmland, homes, or commercial, we're there to help.
Local experts with national reach. If you're interested, give us a call, 618-532-1961, or check us out on the website, MidwestFarmCo.com.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey at Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lemon Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Once I open the microphones, I just messed it up, ladies and gentlemen. I was trying to show you the picture of this is the little cat, the civet, the Asian palm civet.
I was not making this up.
I cannot believe you are not making this up. This Asian palm civet goes through and eats coffee cherries.
Mm-hmm.
And
passes them.
passes them, and they are collected.
And how do you like that job?
I wouldn't like that job. His
Excrement. I'm trying to help you here.
His collections are collected. I've got a picture of that too.
Oh yeah, that's his scat.
Yeah,
A civet scat.
just trying to.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
There, you like that right there, man. That
Man, if you've got that, your doctor's not going to like you.
Yeah, let's say I hit the right one there. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Hey, Doc, I've got something going on in my.
Yeah. It kind of looks like granola, doesn't it?
Oh.
So anyway,
who was the first guy who saw that and decided? I mean, I have cats. Or one now.
But who would collect that and say, let's make some coffee out of this?
Cat leavings are the worst smelling stuff in the world.
Well, this is a coffee cherries, they call them, coffee stuff, and then they digest them, they collect it, clean it up, I guess, and then make coffee out of it.
I gotta tell you,
I think
that's the thing. We're not yet to the Uncle Skeet part of the show.
I don't know that there will be.
There may not be an Uncle Skeet part of the show, but it sure sounds like we are.
But I did not make that up now, did I? I think the first guy that did that was from Sims. Pretty sure.
That was Baby.
It might have been Mawnee. I don't know. Baby.
It might have been from Mawnee.
Yeah, it probably was. One of my relatives, no doubt.
There's nobody in Mawnee anymore, though, is
yes,
there?
there are. Yeah, there's probably about 100 people there.
Oh, there aren't 100 people in Mawnee.
I bet there are.
I'd be
Braden
shocked.
Willis and his wife live there.
Does Braden live there?
Yes. Well, he is in the metroplex of Mawnee.
He's in the suburbs?
He has a Mawnee address.
Well, I'll be darned.
That's our mutual friend.
Actually, we have. We're just kind of meandering today, but we did have something that we were going to mention. It's interesting. You have some place that you're going to be all week next week, aren't you?
I think so.
What is the assignment for? By the way, Len Wells is here from crimebeat.net.
Please check it out.
Take a look online. Please. Go to crimebeat.net and then sign up for the
VIP club. It's free. There's no
VIP
charge.
Club.
Yeah, it's VIP, and you get. I send out the
champagne.
No. It's
showers?
It's Milshills, not champagne.
Oh, okay. But go online. Go to crimebeat.net.
Crimebeat.net. There's a lot of news there.
Do follow it or go in the VIP club.
By the way, we also post obituaries now, too. So
do you?
So if you want to know if you've got a friend or loved one that you've lost, it'll be
I have a question about one I'm going to ask you about off the air then.
I have no idea. Did it have anything to do with the water tower? No?
No, it's not anything to do with the water tower.
Okay.
Somebody fell off a water tower?
No, I was just thinking maybe somebody you knew jumped off one or something.
No.
Okay, we'll go to that later. No, there's a murder trial going.
But go to crimebeat.net anyway and check out his stuff. It's going to be the place to follow this upcoming trial, I'm guessing.
I think you're right. Absolutely right.
And there's a lot of interest.
There is a murder trial starts Monday, actually. Jury selection starts Monday for the Brodey Murbarger trial.
Right.
Brodey Murbarger is the man that is currently sitting in jail under $3 million bond, accused of murdering. Scoot
that way. There you go.
Megan Nichols.
There you go. That's better.
Megan Nichols.
That's better.
All this occurred back in July of 2014. That's when she went missing.
Right.
And I think it was July the 1st. 8 years she went missing.
Wow.
And several years later, they found her remains.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would be, looking at my docket sheet, September of 2020 is when Mr. Murbarger was arrested. Actually, he was indicted and then arrested.
So he's been
2 years.
Holding for 2 years.
2 years tomorrow, I guess.
In the Fairfield.
No, 2 years today.
In the Fairfield.
He's been sitting in the Wayne County Jail at Fairfield. 2 years. So anyway, excuse me. Allergies. So that murder trial starts Monday, October the 3rd. I don't know how long it's going to last, but it's going to be a big deal. Really is going to be a big deal. They had a final pretrial yesterday. 2 days ago, I apologize. 2 days ago, they had a pretrial, and they confirmed the trial date, and they settled all the pretrial motions that were left pending.
I mean, this has gone on so long. Those of us in the public who are
been a lot of delays, a lot of
delay. It's time to go.
It is time to go. As far as the docket sheet's concerned, so there's 3 state's attorneys. Actually, our state's attorney, Kevin K. Cackety, has 2 associates from the Illinois Appellate Prosecutor's Office that's helping him prosecute this case. and they had their pretrial conference on the 27th, the final one. And so the people's motion was granted over the objection for certified records, and also had to do with admitting proof of other crimes, wrong, and other acts or deeds that may have been carried out by Mr. Murbarger. Those will be allowed. They will be allowed to be presented.
Okay, it's going to say that's what, because they had split. Didn't they split?
Yeah, they split the trial. They separated the trial from it'd be the murder only, and then there's the sex crime, alleged sex crimes.
Okay, but they will be able to bring up the sex crimes part in the murder trial.
It's my understanding. Yes, but that's not what he's being tried for. He's being tried strictly for the killing of Megan Nichols in 2014.
I tell you, I'm going to give you a minute to think about it, because I'm going to take another quick break. We got a couple more to take, but I want your opinion on the jury selection begins.
That's a whole different deal that happened earlier. That they wanted the trial moved out.
Yeah, that's what I want your opinion.
They wanted to change
I want your opinion on the decision that was made.
Sure.
And you're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We're going to talk a little bit of the Brodey Murbarger trial here after this word. Stick around. You're watching Big Talk. Back in a second.
Have a cup of civet coffee.
There you go, civet. That's just crazy.
But you learned something today.
That's just nuts. That's just a bunch of
Bunch of crap.
Bunch of crap. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Len Wells is here, and as I mentioned earlier, and I'm going to mention over and over and over, go to crimebeat.net for the coverage of the Brodey Murbarger trial. It is going to be wall to wall, right?
Well, that's my plan anyway. Monday will be jury selection, so there won't be a whole lot going on there.
Yeah. How long do you think it'll take to see the jury?
2 days probably, and it could take longer, but I think a couple of days.
That brings up my question. The Judge Mike Molt, the prosecutor, the defendant, made a motion to move the change of venue
because of too much pretrial publicity, and this has drawn a lot of publicity around.
I got to tell you,
around Southern Illinois.
I've never seen any case, at least in Wayne County, with more publicity, and maybe not in Southern Illinois.
So in that motion for a change of venue, the
gal in Lawrenceville might be about it, or the guy in Lawrenceville,
a
little child,
right? Anyway, so the defense asked for the state to pay for a study to determine how many potential jurors knew about the case if they had an opinion about it. And Judge Molt ruled, no, we're not going to pay for that. If you want it, you can pay for it yourself. Because you've got a private attorney. Yeah. The defendant has a private attorney and not a public defender. So.
Oh, okay. I thought he was assigned.
Oh, absolutely not. He's a paid private attorney out of Carbondale, I do believe. His name is Christian Barrel, B-A-R-I-L. And so the judge denied that study.
Well, that makes sense.
Denied that study. If you could afford a private attorney, you could afford this study. And I think they did a limited study themselves and found that there was a lot of people certainly knew about the case, but the judge was not swayed by the fact that people had an opinion one way or another about it. So he denied the request to move the trial out of Wayne County, but he left the door open. He said if we have trouble seating a jury, we can revisit that motion. He did say that.
So he didn't, and that might,
he didn't totally close the door.
And that might actually be a defense by Judge Molt against a future appeals trial, appeals judge.
Don't discount Judge Molt. He is very, very smart.
Well, he's been at it a while.
He's been at it a long time. He's a good judge, a very fair judge, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And so he's going to do everything he can do to make sure this is a fair trial, that Mr. Murbarger gets a fair trial.
He's actually, I think Judge Molt probably has a better reputation than a lot of the judges in the area.
He has a very good reputation.
I'm not going to sit here and say bad things about judges on television.
No.
I'm smarter than that.
But this is going to be a big trial, and there's going to be a lot of evidence. And, is there a smoking gun? I don't think there is. But there is some forensic evidence. There is some surveillance video. One of the things that the judge did allow in are text messages between Mr. Murbarger and the victim, and that was one of the things they didn't want to come in.
Yeah.
And I think that tells about their relationship, because the allegation is, at least in the sexual part of the case, that he entered the Megan Nichols' home through a window so they could have relations. Well, that's home invasion, particularly because she was not of age of consent.
Right.
She couldn't consent whether she wanted to or not.
She's 15.
She's 15. She was 15 at the time, and Mr. Murbarger was 17 or 18, whatever. But so she was not of an age to consent. And so, anyway, so it's going to be a very interesting trial, and there's going to be a lot of evidence presented, and that's part of why they have two other prosecutors to help with this case, because it's going to be very complex.
That's another interesting thing to me. I mean, that's part of the job of being a juror, is you have to pay attention to the complex trial.
Take a lot of notes.
But this is going to take some time. What kind of time frame are they blocking out for this?
Around here, most murder trials I have covered last about a week after they seat a jury.
Yeah, I know in Mount Vernon, the longest one recently of my friend Matt Vaughn has worked has been 2 weeks.
And I wouldn't be surprised if this got over in 2 weeks as well.
Yeah.
I would be very surprised if it didn't. It's not so high profile that they're going to bring in a lot of extraneous witnesses and stuff. But I think it'll last a couple of weeks.
Is it going to be a zoo? I mean, and by that I mean I presume there will be media coverage.
There's not going to be as much as you think.
Really?
No.
Because there aren't that many media people anymore, or what?
That's part of it.
I didn't know if maybe they were using a pool. If you're going to be a pool, maybe.
Oh, absolutely not.
For Evansville stations and stuff.
No. Evansville, they don't care about this. Period. End of report. They might care about a verdict. Maybe.
Really?
Absolutely.
I'm surprised by that.
Yeah.
They think it's a done deal?
No, it's just there's a shooting every day in Evansville.
I guess there is.
Somebody gets killed over there every day. So, yeah, okay, well, they'll cover it when it's over.
Yeah.
Or they may cover it when it begins, but they won't cover it daily. And I think the newspaper will, but the other outlets won't, simply because they don't have the manpower.
Yeah.
And but it's a big deal. Somebody got to sit there and take notes every day. I may be between me and one of the newspapers, be the only one that does.
Yeah.
Only 2 people. Now there will be a lot of.
So you're not coming in here next week for the show, even if I put you up at the nice hotel.
No. Unless, no.
You're busy.
I'll be busy. Probably busy. And don't think that there's not a slight possibility this can still get derailed between now and Monday or Monday.
Between now and Monday.
Yeah.
You don't think? I mean, we've got 6 pages of work coming up to Monday already.
I understand that.
That has been done and completed.
I understand that.
All for this starting date.
I understand that.
And this may not happen.
May not happen. I've seen it happen. I can't tell you how many times I remember a murder trial in Wayne County where it was on a Friday afternoon. I was ready for the trial Monday. Just happened to be in the courthouse, and there was the state's attorney, and there was the defense attorney, and they pled it out right there in the hallway. Things can happen. That's all I'm saying.
Things can happen.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying this will.
You will occasionally get.
I don't know what Mr. Murbarger's defense is. I have no idea what he's.
They haven't disclosed it. They haven't needed to.
They don't have to. Yeah. Now, whatever the defense has, they have to share with the prosecution and vice versa. They call that discovery.
Yeah.
So everybody knows what page they're on.
Well, I guess what I'm asking about when I ask if circus atmosphere is usually when
not fans of, but
but when one side, the attorneys will try to sway. There hasn't been all that.
I don't know.
I haven't seen attorneys really from either side trying to sway the public either way.
I haven't either. I haven't. I can't say that I have. But I think there will be people that have a lot of interest in it, that are family members of Megan, friends of the family will be there. But here, Mr. Murbarger, who is innocent until proven guilty, don't ever forget that.
We haven't.
Here, his father is a retired state police officer.
Right.
Jason, is that right?
Yes.
His uncle is a retired state police officer, lives in Albion area, Edwards County.
Right.
Good people. I mean, and they got families, you know, and they all have a concern about this. This is a huge deal. And so I think you'll see a lot of family members from the victim side as well as the defendant side. And that's a small, believe it or not, that's a small courtroom. The Fairfield Wayne County courtroom, it doesn't seat very many people. I bet it doesn't seat 50 people.
It probably is about 1/3 the size it was before the renovation.
Maybe less than that.
Because before the renovation, the upstairs was wide open.
I was in there for Ray Tate's guilty plea and sentencing, and it was packed, and there couldn't have been 50 people in there.
Wow.
That's a small courtroom.
Do you have a reserved seat, or are you going to have to get there early?
I will probably wind up sitting in probably a folding chair.
Maybe they'll have a media spot.
I would think they would be. They a lot of times they do reserve 2 or 3 spots for media, and sometimes it's a folding chair at the end of one of the benches, if you want to call it that, so you can exit quickly, so you don't have to step over people and make a scene leaving, coming and going.
We're talking here with Len Wells about the upcoming Brodey Murbarger trial. I have more questions I'm going to ask.
Sure.
You. I'm the pragmatist.
Sure.
I always kind of want to see how things work, and that's why I'm on it. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll be back in a sec. Wrap things up with Len. Time is flying by.
Isn't it though?
Just zooming. It's the end of September.
It is.
Back right after this. Stick around.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lemon Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lemons always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemonsonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello,
Maybe one of
ladies
the more
and
memorable
gentlemen.
shows you ever.
Whoa, what'd you say?
Maybe one of the more memorable shows.
This might be my memorable final show. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
I had this little cough.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Allergies.
You're watching Big Talk with
Harvest.
I was trying to help. I'm trying to help you.
Harvest dust.
Len Wells is here.
My face is beet red, isn't it?
It's turning. Len Wells is here, and he
had a
is
question.
he is what?
You had a question about the case.
Well, just say he's the. Let me finish my introduction.
Please do.
The editor of crimebeat.net, and again, it's going to be. You're not going to be driving down Main Street every day and stopping in the 200 block in the middle of the road. This will be the place where you're going to want to get.
I think so too.
We're not going to have the noise.
We have a bulletin from the window of the Wayne County Press.
You're not going to be doing that. So yeah, go to crimebeat.net. It's going to be the place to go. Okay. I had a question and this, I guess, kind of feeds into the whole. Like I said, I'm intrigued by this whole media circus and how they were able to keep the trial in Wayne County. Do they permit or will there be TVs in the courtroom and cameras in the courtroom to record all this?
Absolutely not.
Really?
Illinois does not allow cameras in the courtroom, any recording device at all.
I wonder
no
how
computers. No. The only thing you can do is
no
bring
computers.
No, you can.
Other than what the
court reporter. That's it.
The attorneys don't have their computers.
I think they might. I think they do. Yes.
Permit computers with their laptops or something for.
Correct, but no news media, no electronic devices of any kind, recording devices of any kind, no tape recorders, no cameras, no still cameras, video cameras, nothing. If there's going to be anybody covering for a TV, they have to be out in the hallway, and they can't stick the camera through the window and shoot any pictures.
Really?
No, absolutely not. The judge will stomp all over you for doing that. I've seen it happen.
And is that so you've seen cameras in the hallway trying to shoot it?
Yes, and I've seen the judge admonish them and threaten them with the contempt.
Contempt of court, which equals JAIL.
And or KASH, cash. Cash penalty. Fine, fine, seriously.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
they're pretty serious about that.
How many states are like that?
Too many. I don't know.
I don't know.
The press associations have tried to change this over the years, and once in a while they have allowed it and experimented with it, but as a rule, there are no cameras in the courtroom. Period.
I had no idea. I had never really. I just presumed.
You've been thinking too much of California.
Well, no, they've got TV networks, court TV for crying out loud, that
not in
are
Illinois, they don't.
based on people shooting a courtroom. I mean, O.J. Simpson in Nevada, the O.J. Simpson in California.
Yeah, he didn't do
Texas, Texas, all of the New England states. We've seen the Alex Jones trials and that kind of stuff.
There's somebody that needs to be in prison.
Speaking of prison, no kidding.
Terrible individual.
JAIL. Okay, also crimebeat.net, the way to go. You're, the trial, you think is... I
think it'll last a couple of weeks.
I hesitate as you are going to be an observer of the trial. I hesitate to ask you if you have a prediction, but I feel I would be out of be out of sort if I didn't.
Here's why I won't answer that, because I've not seen the witness list.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the witness list. From the prosecution, I'm sure it's going to be a lot of forensics. There's going to be a lot of probably in the beginning testimony from Megan's mother. When's the last time you saw her? What was she like? What was she talking about? And then their relationship between her and Brodey and that sort of thing. That's how the foundation will be built.
Right.
And then she went missing, and then there's a long gap. What was Mr. Murbarger doing all those years?
Yeah.
And the text messages between the two of them. I think one of the things, without spilling the beans, I believe that Mr. Murbarger allegedly gave Megan a gift that he was using after her passing, her disappearance. So how did that get back to him? I think that's going to be something that's not going to be good for the defense. I'm not going to go into too much more about it.
I mean, it'll be something that comes up in the trial.
How did you get that back? Tell me the circumstances.
Something you're going to... one of the other things, always whenever you have murder trials of this sort, will the defendant, do you think the defendant will try to... will
take the stand?
Take the stand in his own defense?
I would bet about $10,000 no. I'd say he will not. That's my opinion, which is not worth anything.
Yeah.
But it's always bad for the defendant to take the
you see him on TV. You see him on TV and in the movies. Yeah. Oh, it's bad for the defendant. Oh, I want to do it anyway. Well,
and he might. I have no idea. I really have nothing to base that on.
It doesn't happen very often.
No, it does not. And that's usually the advice that the attorney gives them is, sit down and shut up. Let me do the job. Let me do the work. Again, I've not seen the witness list, and I don't know how many witnesses there would be for the defense. I don't know. What would there be?
But
the prosecution is going to have a string of witnesses from, here all the way up to Salem.
Long as your arm, yeah.
Yeah, here to Salem.
Last question, I guess, then. When we were talking about crimebeat.net, what are you looking at, like a daily update?
Oh, yeah, during breaks.
I guess you can't really go out to your car. I guess you can.
Sure.
Go out to your car and put something in, can't you?
Sure, I could. Probably at the end of the day, it'd be a compilation of what happened that day, a list of the witnesses and what they said.
Well, you can't really blog throughout the thing since they won't let you have.
You can't sit there with a computer
in court. I mean, like people have been blogging testimony.
I guarantee you that as you walk into the Wayne County Courthouse, the first thing you got to give up is your cell phone.
Yeah.
You don't take it into the courtroom. You can put it in the locker. You can leave it in the car. You can do anything with it, but it's not going in the courtroom. And they'll wand you, and you'll go through the magnetometer, and you ain't going in there with a computer or a cell phone. Period.
It's going to be fascinating. It's going to be fascinating next 2 or 3 weeks.
I think so.
Unless maybe they wrap it up over the weekend like you're talking about.
Don't rule that out. I would like to see it wrapped up. Just for the family.
The families, both sets of families.
And that's making an assumption that Mr. Murbarger is guilty, and he certainly is not.
Not until he's proven.
It's absolutely.
Len, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it. And I'd love to have you back after it's over. Okay?
Sure.
Tell the story of it. Folks, thanks very much for watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll catch you next time. Have a great day.